I would go on Paul's nerves for many more years, Bess. Lol. Still here with your golden squirrel sign cap, Tyler. Thank you, sir. Well, let's face it, Train Sim, you love being on screen, mate, don't you? You love getting on screen and jumping around. In fact, one of your favourite things to do, Train Sim, was to get in a vehicle, get on screen, and then be like, oh, I've driven it into a tree! How did I do that? I've ditched it into a stream! Oh no! Do you have a top viewer rating for a stream? If not, is there a way of finding out? A top viewer rating for a stream? I'm not exactly sure what you mean, Michael Douglas. That's because it's very nice to control a keyboard at 5 FPS. Fair enough. Oh, the 70-ton Volvo, I remember that, Daniel. Is that why you got into trains then, Train Sim fans? So you didn't have to steer? My average FPS? Well, it should be at 60. That lane, I think. Rip, that car just moved over on me. I don't know, Leaky. I mean, I did talk to him about that. I did talk to him when I was at Gamescom and I met him for an hour and I said, like, you know, he's not been on a stream for a while just to come on and answer questions to fans. And he seemed to be positive about that. I'm not sure. We don't have any plan to do it. There's no actual date to do it, but I think I asked him last year and he was a bit busy last year, so we'll see. Look at that red truck in front, look. Look what he just did. He drove straight into the back of a bus and then the rear axle collapsed. Look at that. How does that even happen? He's now completely stuck on the exit. With his wheels in the ground? That's genius. Oh, the police are here. It's okay. It's okay, everybody. The police are here. Look at that. He's actually, genuinely collapsed into the scenery. I don't know how he's done that. I love it. Actually, it was a she. I don't know how she's done that. Brilliant. I'm surprised he didn't get fined for that, I know, right? Hey Simcopter, how you doing, buddy? lights on the roundabout. You guys need to come over to England. We know how to do advanced roundabouts in England. That's what you need to do. Oh boy. Let me take a photo. I've not photographed this truck yet. Just right there, maybe.
Aye, 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 aye.
Thank you for the resume smile complicated, and the bad driver sat here watching with a friend over, and he's going on about how he recognises the signage to Europort just being near Grimsby in total. One sec. Apparently Grimsby is not somewhere you wish to visit, putting it politely.
Aye, 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 aye.
Mr. Whiteland, 75563. Oh, well, that was the code, was it? 75563. There you go. I'm glad you reminded me of that, Whiteland, because I was actually worried last night. I was thinking to myself, what was that code that Whiteland sent that I definitely need for... And then I realised I didn't know what I needed it for. I went to Grimsby once in my life. It's not one of my holiday destinations. That brick building in the background you used to live in. Wow. That's pretty good. Semi-stream it in 60 FPS. I've been to Gloucestershire. I've been through it a few times. They can take that though. You wonder how much more demanding 72060 is over 72030. Are you single PC or dual PC for streaming? You're going to have twice the encoding to do, put it that way. It just depends whether that's doubling 2% or doubling 10%. You know, if you look at OBS and your CPU meter and it's showing 5% encoding, then when you double the frame rate, it's likely it's going to be 10. And then it depends on, is 10 going to be too much for you? That depends on what game you're playing. Like if you're playing RimWorld, you don't need to stream that in 60 FPS. If you're playing Euro Truck and your CPU's getting hammered, then I wouldn't recommend going to 60, because you don't have the room at the top of your CPU because it's already flat out. Right, let's see if we can get something to take us out of Grimsby then. Hopefully out off the ferry. Let's see. Fresh fish. Cheese. Cottage cheese grommet. Graphite grease. Not that we can take that. We don't have a BDF. We can take a case cutter down to Köln. James 2024. Hello, Paul. When will you play OMSI 2? I don't know. I may have to unsub soon because of low funds. Keep up the good work. Squirrel love, squirrel hug. No problem, James. That's all right, bro. If you have to, you have to. That's life. But OMSI 2, I don't know. Don't know. I have to be in the point where I'm in the mood to play it. Let me put it that way. I think I might go down to Cologne with a case cutter. Didn't fly this week, and I won't be flying the coming week either. I will be flying the one after, though. Oh, sounds like Lord Doyle of the Shire's arrived. Let's just get around to this little depot here. Mr. Doyley's here. Alright, bro. We'll be up in a sec. Jumping up on my leg. Where the M&Ms all gone? I'll give you a clue. You've eaten them.
There's loads left.
No. You've eaten them. I'm not even joking. Oh, you've actually eaten them all.
There was a good layering of M&Ms.
There wasn't. Let's pick this job up, and then we'll have Mr. Doyley. Freight market. Can't change it in any way, so just take that. Right, that's that locked in. Let's flick over to Doyley Kim. Come on, boy. Come on, say hello to everybody. Hey! Hug, guys. Give me a hug. That way. That's it. Hug. There we go. Andy, 33 months. I feel certain I got this last week, but hey ho, 3 months to 3 years anniversary. Loving the content. Keep up the great work. And hi to Mrs. Squirrel. Hi. Thank you, Andy. Mr. Nom Nom. Now we have a P.O. box. You probably think it's for you, don't you, Doyle?
As always.
But I'm not so sure.
I think it's a big bag of Smackos.
It's an Amazon.
Giant Smackos, that'd be awesome.
It's an Amazon Prime box. It's quite big, which means it's probably a bucket for the lawnmower or something. It's probably something from Whiteland that's to do with a lawnmower.
Hedge trimmer.
Could be a hedge trimmer, yeah.
Apple picker-upper.
What number is on the box?
Number? 24? What does that mean?
I don't know, Whiteland. I'll have a look in a minute. I can't read it at the moment. That lawnmower classic, I guess. Yeah, it could be a bag of potatoes. There you go. How was that, pal? Enjoy your schmackos? Yeah, he's fine. What? There's none left.
Number one was stinky. Alright.
There's none left. That's your allotted allowed amount of schmackos for the day?
He's been out for a big long walk. Met several friends. And we even did a good deed.
What do you do?
I was walking behind a man with 2 little dogs. And he got a food bag out of his back pocket and he dropped a 5 on the floor and he didn't know. So I ran after him.
I bet he's...
And he picked his dog off.
I bet...
And over the road.
What?
I'm like...
I don't know if you heard that or not, guys.
Do you want me to say it again loudly?
Mrs. Squirrel took Doll for a walk, and then there was this guy who had his dog, and
You have 2 dogs.
he got the sort of poo bag out, you know, the sack to pick up the poo, and when he leaned over to do it, he dropped a $5, like some money fell out of his pocket. So Mrs. Squirrel ran after him, like with the $5 to give it him back, and when he saw her coming running at her, he basically like picked up his dog because he thought he was like, coming for him. What did he say when you gave him the
So
$5?
he was across the road. He had one dog on the floor, and he was holding the other dog, and I'm going ooh ooh, and I'm waving this.
What, you're literally doing that to him?
Yeah, with this folded up £5 in my hand. I'm going ooh.
What, you're going ooh?
Ooh. Now I didn't want to go oi you because I thought it would have been a bit too, you know. So I was trying to be ladylike. And he looked at me. I said, "Have you just put your?" I said, "Have you just had your hands in your pockets?" He was like, "What?"
You can't say that to us.
I saw you getting a bag out your pocket, and he's like, "I said, I think you dropped a $5." It went, "Oh."
Oh my god.
So it may not have even been it, but he legged it across the road. Said, "Thank you very much." And the reason he picked his dog up is because his dog's not well, and he was worried there would be an altercation.
Right.
Because the other one
For future reference.
The other one did start growling at Doyle.
For future reference, I don't think you should run up to people and go, ooh, ooh, have you just had your hands in your pockets to complete strangers? Because if that was me, I'd be going, get away from me, crazy lady.
He did cross over the road to avoid me. But I've done my good deed. I returned the $5. He was very happy, and we had a 5-minute chat. So,
well, you just gave him a $5, of course. He's like, you got time for a chat?
Well, in good conscience, I couldn't walk behind him with the $5 thinking, this is that guy's $5.
Right.
So,
We've got...
I'm having an M&M treat.
Well, I wonder where the M&Ms have gone. We're having a P.O. box. What's this number, Wyland? It's got a code on it that says SPL03M99KNJ or something. But it doesn't have a code, Wyland. Ends with 75563.
Is it on the barcode?
There's nothing on here with 75563. And the M71, the hi from Mrs. Squirrel made my day. Well worth the extra couple of quid.
I can have another one. Hi, 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 hi.
Right, let's have a look inside. Are you sure this is from you, Wyland? It might be from somebody else. Lord Doll thinks it's for him. Packaging stuffs. And then a white bag. I still don't see a number, Wyland. Is this something you recognise, Wyland? It's an inflatable phone. Yay. Oh, hang on. This might have a number on it. Nope, there's no number on that either, Wyland.
It's, we need a drum roll.
What the heck?
It's, what is it?
It's an angle knife sharpener.
Ooh. Is this when Mr. Squirrel gets really annoying? I can sharpen my knife.
Is that from you, Wyland?
Are you trying to say my cooking stiff?
No, what he's trying to say is we're going to need a very sharp knife at Christmas to cut through your turkey. That's what he's saying. No knife is sharp enough for your turkey.
Just because you broke a knife last year, it was an old knife, okay? It had nothing to do with the quality of the meat.
That's what he's saying. It comes in some kind of like kit form. Comes with a blue. It comes with a blue cloth.
Mm.
Comes with a toolkit as well.
Oh wow!
What the heck is this, Wyland? It's like a toolkit of different sharpening things. Is this from you?
Is it? Is he saying yeah?
I don't know. He's not owned up to it yet.
Maybe he's waiting to see if anybody else speaks up.
It's like some kind of industrial knife sharpener that you have to assemble. Look, it comes with a 20-page instruction manual, and that's not in 10 languages either.
I've only got pound stretcher knives. They won't be able to take
Pound
it.
stretcher knives. Is it for cooking with Squirrel Show? Is that what it is? It even comes with a diagram how to put this thing together.
Ew.
Oscar, it's from you. Is this from you, Oscar? Oscar Wing.
You, Oscar?
Is this not from Wyland then? This is from Oscar Wing. This is insane. It's got different color-coded blade sharpens in the back. It's like some scientific knife sharpener.
What's this?
No, it's not from you, Oscar Wing.
What's this? This has been around for a while.
That's nothing. That's an item for the PC. So, who sent this in? Because nobody's owned up and it doesn't have a name on it. So the default has got to be Whiteland. Look, it tells you how to sharpen your knife to get the correct angle. Oscar, why would you say it's from you and then say it's not from you? It's random. Wait, look at this diagram.
Really going on there.
Look at that diagram. It's got a finger going. Yeah, put your finger on top of the knife. I'm thinking, yeah, if you get that wrong. Dolly, it's not for you, bro. It's a knife sharpener. I'll sharpen the knife later just so I can cut up your food a lot easier, okay? There's nothing there for you, though. You're still waiting on cooking with Squirrel. Well, I'm still waiting on a kitchen, Whiteland.
I've got a few hiccups.
I assume it's from Whiteland. It was a cooking with Squirrel item.
Thank you, whoever you are.
Thank you very much.
Now send me a kitchen fitter.
Yeah. Yeah, Whiteland, can you get a kitchen fitter from Amazon Prime? That would be quite handy. God, he's so not impressed.
Hold on.
Go on, Dolly, it's not for you. If you wait long enough, Whiteland will send you an entire kitchen. I tell you what, Whiteland, I'll let you know the magnet range that I'm after, and then you can send 1 unit a week until I've got the whole set. Thank you very much. I shall have to figure that thing out. My knives actually do need sharpening. I've never had a proper knife sharpener before. I am curious as to whether that will actually be a good knife sharpener. But the thing is, Wyland, I didn't see that number at all on the box. It was a joke. Of course it was. That's what Whiteland does. I feel like I've suddenly managed to sit further back in my seat here. Hang on. There we go. It was the last 5 ordered digits. It didn't show it on the box though, that's the thing. Put that out a little bit. That's better. Nope. Well, I looked for it all over Whiteland and I couldn't see it. What the heck? I'm wondering if this trailer doesn't support advanced coupling. I thought they all did these days. Do you have warp in-game reduced? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh god. Run away! Okay, we made it out of Grimsby almost. Let's keep moving. Some people say console warp is more real, 0.8. Oh, I see, yeah, the one that speeds up and slows down the game, gotcha. No, I just leave it on 1. Well, if you put it on warp 0.8, it'll basically... I guess it'll slow... It will slow down time, which means you'll have longer to get there, and it'll also make the vehicles drive a little bit slower. So maybe it's something to do with that. I'm not sure why 0.8. Maybe they just played around with it and thought that it felt better at 0.8. So are we doing one kitchen item a week then? Well, why are you asking me? You realise though, when this kitchen's finished, Whiteland, I'm gonna have to go and find where I've put the little blowtorch thing you sent, and then work out how to make a creme brulee, just to use that blowtorch on something. Unless I make the toast with it, I could do that, I suppose. I don't need a kettle, Michael Douglas. I've got a rather nice Bosch kettle. Cooking with Squirrel in association with Whiteland. That's what it feels like. Yeah, toast marshmallows with it, that would be a good idea actually. Yeah, I saw that. It showed the green arrow going back, didn't it, Bloater? I've seen that twice tonight. Jorgen, thank you for 30 months, dude. Hey, any thoughts on when the Scania S will come to ETS? By the way, I want to recommend the Scania 1 Series mods. Happy trucking. I think the new Scania is going to be pretty soon. The blog was showing pictures and they said they were just finishing her up, so I think it's not far away. A kitchen tour? Dude, you're getting ahead of yourself. I need to find a fitter now. It's another thing to do this week. Average speed camera hype. Are you getting a skylight for your new kitchen? If I got a skylight for my kitchen, what you would then have is a glass floor in the bathroom, which, being able to sit on the toilet and look through the skylight down into the kitchen would probably be a very strange experience for both people. So I think the answer is no, I won't be doing that, because my bathroom's above my kitchen. One-way glass. Yeah, but what would be the benefit anyway? I guess you got a toaster. Well, I have got a toaster. You see, the thing is, Whiteland, I've got a 4-slice toaster. It has to be a 4-slice toaster. You know, 2 slices just not enough in my house. You know, it's a few years old, but it still does a job, so it's all good at the moment. XCCX Dave 2017. Dave, welcome to the house, bro. Thank you for your support. Can we give Dave a lovely nutty welcome? Been a while since I've been here. I've been across there in real life. There's a prime deal on sheds. I don't think a shed's going to fit in the kitchen, Whiteland. I already have 2 sheds, Whiteland. I don't need a third. I don't want to open the map, Ninja. What is it you want to know? How long's left? How far we've got to go? 728 kilometers to go, but of which a chunk of that is the ferry across to Europe. You need a 3rd shed dedicated to VR. No, not a shed I need. I need a wider studio, that's what I need. Tom Trick, yes they do. Good night, Billy. Have a good one. Are you getting new countertops? I'm getting a complete new kitchen. Completely, like, completely gutting it. Back to the bare wall. New wall socket, new electric sockets. New units, new floor, everything, the whole lot. Meh. Tom Trick, how I have a 12-slice toaster, Kappa. Yes, if you do. If you were to pick a colour, white or black, well, yeah, Whiteland, it depends. It depends what it is. For example, the fridge I'm looking at is probably going to be silver. The problem I have, Whiteland, is that the condenser dryer is white, and you can't get a fitted condenser dryer because they need the air intake, and so that's white, so I can't change that. The double fridges, the American ones, tend to only come in black or silver, so I can't get a white one of them. So it's a bit awkward. If you're talking about things like kettles and toasters and that kind of thing, I would always go silver black, like chrome black. So it really depends what you're talking about. You can't just say to me what colour. What's a condenser dryer? Effectively, a condenser dryer is where you... With a dryer, what happens is it heats up the clothing, and then the hot moisture that comes out, it then extracts and it blows that outside. It gets rid of it. Usually through a tube that you have like a hole in the wall. But a condenser dryer doesn't need to be vented out of through the kitchen wall. With a condenser dryer, it condenses it and it takes the water and puts it in a tank, and you take the tank of water out and empty the tank. So it means you don't have to, you can put the dryer anywhere in the room and not have to drill a hole in the wall to vent it outside. So it's very handy. Incredibly handy, in fact. But the downside is you can't have them as fitted units. You can't hide them behind a kitchen cupboard or anything like that. And I like condenser dryers. The one we have is a Bosch one, and it works really well. So yeah, what it will do is it will take the hot moist air and it will pass it over a series of plates, which will then cause the moisture to condense and then fall into a removable water tray. So you take it out and just chuck the water down the sink. Lava tube. Here's enough to get 3 to 5 square foot of tiling for the new kitchen. Well, thank you very much, Lava tube. But how did you know what tiles I'm getting? Thank you, sir. Right. Let's get on over here. You keep your condenser dryer and washing machine in the kitchen. So the washing machine, you can get fitted units of those. Well, we have, the kitchen kind of goes into almost like a utility room where the washer and the dryer is. And they'll both be in there. But the washing machine will get an integrated one so that it'll be hidden behind kitchen units so you can't see it. But you can't do the same thing with a condenser dryer. Aircon does the same thing, no need to empty it. Or is it for clothes? It's for clothes, Whiteland. So when you want to dry your clothes in winter, basically, you can just, you know, instead of putting them outside on the washing line to dry, you can put them in the condenser dryer. Cleve TV, thank you for the host. You fitted a condenser dryer in your kitchen. What I did was run a 3-inch pipe down from the intake to the kickboard of the cupboard. Right, so you basically routed the air intake, Griff. Yeah, the other thing is, though, the non-fitted ones tend to be longer because they have the whole door front mechanism as well. So they tend to be deeper. So when you put them in situ, you can't put a door in front of it because the unit isn't deep enough. So I don't know how you got around that problem as well. Bajash, thank you for the host. No, we're not going that way apparently. We're going this way. White and black are the only ones I can find. Pickles. What are you on about, like fridges and stuff? KZ Fru, thank you for the host. Is a condenser dryer a tumble dryer? Yeah, that's exactly right. It's a tumble dryer that condenses the moisture into removable... What do they call it? Removable tub? You're seeing if maybe you can get a different colour locally. Gotcha. I do need to fuel up. You're quite correct. We've driven quite a few miles without fueling. Stop at the next fuel stop. You get slimline ones from B&Q. They're a little expensive. Don't hold quite as much. When I looked for condenser dryers integrated, you can't get any. When I look for when I look for integrated washing machines, there's about half the number available, and they're a lot smaller. See if it's in your pink one. It's not me that's obsessed with pink. That's Steve. You want to send Steve a pink one? Yeah, the retainer sounds not the best. Pink is amazing, really. So what pink items have you got, Flying Heli? It's not Flying Helis, it's Flying Thiel, I think. Hey Majeffo, how you doing? Oh god. It's all good. I got this. You've got pink skin, but you didn't have a choice over that, did you, Mickey? All your kitchen stuff is red or red and black. Oh my god. A nice pink tile floor. Lead. Pink prawn cocktail crisps. Now, I love my prawn cocktail crisps, don't get me wrong here. But it doesn't mean to say I want to have a pink washing machine. AHDZZ, thank you for the sub. Welcome to Nouse AHD. Thank you for your support. Welcome to the community. Paul secretly wants a pink Prius. He must be joking. There aren't many pink cars on the road, but whenever you see one, you're like, oh my god. Would you like to see external damage added to ETS and ATS? I don't know if I would. I mean, it makes sense to have it, you know, from the point of view of, well, if I'm not paying any attention and I go down the side of the railing or I clip a post or something like that, reverse into something, it makes sense to have visible damage. So from that perspective, it would make sense to have it in the game. Yeah. But I don't actively try to damage my vehicle. In fact, I actively try not to damage it. So there's no benefit, there's no gameplay benefit for me in having visible damage. If you're the sort of person that likes smashing things up, then it's great to have that kind of thing, but then I would argue you're probably playing the wrong game. You're better off playing BeamNG or something like that and go and smash things up there. But it would be more realistic to have it. You know what, I've got a feeling I'm going the wrong way because of the misleading stat-nav. So I don't know. I think there's other things that I would rather be added to the game rather than... Because I imagine adding visible damage to the game would be a lot of work for them. It's a lot of effort. I'd rather them spend the effort on other things. Your chat colour has been 3 different colours in the last 5 minutes, LavaTube. Not on the screen it won't have, but possibly in your browser. Q4 for Italy and New Mexico. Obviously, because Q3 is about to end. Well, actually, no, not obviously, because Q3 is October as well. No, it's not. No. It is definitely Q4. Assuming they get out this year, which I think they will, judging by the posts. Yeah, Blackmore, I'd like to see visible dirt and grime. I don't think that's difficult to do. But having that would be better. That's more of a day-to-day thing for a trucker than damage. Damage is something that doesn't normally happen. Hey, Donkey. What do you think this game lacks the most? It lacks any kind of mid or end game. When you're starting out, it gives you levels. It unlocks things for, you know, as you level up in your driver experience. But once you've unlocked everything, you know, at the mid game, there's pretty much nothing left for you. You've got Steam achievements that you can go for, but they're just kind of things they bolted on. There is no mid to end game in this game, and that's lacking because a lot of people have played this game for 3 to 4 years now, and they have no sense of progression left, if you like, if you want to phrase it that way. You know, the money situation becomes ridiculous. I have 590 million because I've got a bunch of drivers who just go around making money constantly. There's no staff management in the game. You never have to hire and fire people. People don't walk out on you. They don't go off sick. The trucks don't break down. I mean, you can go on and on about stuff that could be added. Basically, the gameplay is more or less where it was when this game came out 4 years ago. Or was it 5? I think it's 4. Well, John E, I think there's a certain amount of truth in what you're saying there, that the manufacturers wouldn't want to see their vehicles in a damaged state. However, that doesn't stop games like Forza and other racing games. It doesn't stop BMW and Audi and all the rest of it licensing racing cars and then having them smashed up, you know? So why get precious about that? I don't get it. I don't know what percentage of the map I've covered, including pro mods and rust maps. It's on the map screen, but it tends to count roads that you've not been down, and I'm not the kind of person that just looks at the map and goes, oh, what roads have I not been down? I must go down those roads to complete my map progression. Like, I really don't play the game that way. I never have. I've never chased those kind of 100% achievement things. And if I wanted to, I could just teleport over there and just drive down them, and just keep doing that until I got it, so it's no biggie anyway. Give ETS2 and ATS some kind of story mode. Yeah, but again, you that wouldn't really... The problem is, like, if you're bringing out a new trucking game, you can bring a story mode in because people are going to start picking up the game and then playing it through. This game has been out 4 years. The people who are playing it now have done everything in it. You need to somehow keep those people entertained. Oh god. And a story mode wouldn't really help them. To invent more things that cost money. Sat-nav's going crazy again, look at it. Exactly. VTCs, World of Trucks, multiplayer online, all of this stuff would benefit all the existing player base. They've got a loyal player base, but they're not bringing out that much stuff that will appeal to them. Like, you get some accessory DLCs, or you get another map. But there's nothing in terms of, you know, the day-to-day gameplay enhancement. And VTCs would massively help that. Like, proper online, properly implemented online VTCs would really help. When all's said and done, and you've configured your truck, and you're driving around all this scenery, when all's said and done, the VTC gives you the kind of reason to do it. It gives you the backdrop. That is a nice skyline right there. Look at that. Whoa. You'd love to be able to get out and jet wash your trucks. Yeah, I mean, that's something else they could build on. The whole concept of getting outside of your vehicle, kicking the tyres and all that. Have a look at the photo thing here. BCS, that my truck gets dirty, I'm not sure I'd like it. Hang on, get off here. In Farm Sim 15, when they added it, it was fun at first, but washing your vehicle quickly becomes boring in the long run. So it must be possible to turn it off. Yeah, I'm sure they'd make it possible to turn that off. Why wouldn't they? Thing is, BCS, although you're saying it becomes boring washing your truck, does it not feel a bit unrealistic to be driving around your truck in all kinds of weather and it always looks in perfect showroom mint condition? Because that's the counter to your statement, really, isn't it? You don't like jet washing your truck, but I don't like seeing my truck in 100% showroom shiny waxed condition all the time when it's just been raining and there's mud on the ground. But I appreciate what you're saying. They should make it so that it turns off. I agree. Definitely, because it's not for everybody.